Om Shanti. My dear friends, welcome to Paramjyoti Yoga. Let's begin. Today, let us practice the daily schedule. If you have any serious health issues or have undergone any surgeries, please consult your doctor before starting this yoga session. This schedule can be practiced every week for 4 to 5 days. Before starting this schedule, make sure that your bowels are empty and you haven't eaten anything solid for 4 to 5 hours. Also, go for urine and motion and then come and start the class. However, if you have any difficulty in this, by practicing yoga regularly, that will get regularized. During the practice, at any point of time, if you feel reeling sensation or feel giddy, then stop the practice. This yoga session has been designed so that it helps you maintain your fitness levels. In kids, it helps in improving their concentration. The mind stays very calm. Your negative thinking also reduces. So for improving your holistic health, which also includes the spiritual aspect, yoga is the best. We sincerely wish that you all will immensely benefit from this session. Let's begin, my dear friends. The first phase, which is the loosening phase. In this, we loosen from head to toe. First, let us start with eye exercises. Open your eyes really big and look right, left, right, left. While doing this eye exercises, if you have any reeling sensation or feel giddy, you can stop the practice. Now close your eyes and relax for a while. Now again open your eyes big, look up, look down. Make sure you're not moving your neck. Close your eyes and relax. Now again open your eyes big and start rotating them. First rotate them in one direction. After 2 to 3 rounds, rotate them in the opposite direction. Close your eyes and relax. Very good. You have done the eye exercises. If you get too much reeling sensation or pain in the eye, then just apply a wet cloth on your eyes. Lie down and relax. Now face exercises. First we will start with cheek exercises. You can blow up your cheeks and again take them completely inside. Maximum 4 to 5 rounds is sufficient. Next, for the tongue. Extend the tongue out as much as you can and then roll back inside. When you're rolling it back inside, make sure that the tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. This also you can do 4 to 5 times. This helps in the healthy production of saliva, which is always very good for good digestion. Next, we will do exercises for the teeth. So breathe in through the teeth and breathe out through the teeth. Breathe in through the teeth and breathe out to the teeth. This also you can do for 5 to 6 rounds. Now let us proceed for neck exercises. While doing neck exercises, if you've had any surgeries for throat or if you have any complications with the neck, please once consult your doctor. Once take in a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in, look up, breathe out, come to center. Now once breathe in, breathe out, look down, breathe in, come to center. Practice this for 2 to 3 rounds. Now again, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, look right, breathe in center, breathe out left, breathe in center. This also you can practice for 2 to 3 rounds. Again, breathe in, breathe out and bend so that the right ear touches the right shoulder. But do not raise the shoulder. Bend only as much as you can. Breathe in, come to center. Again, breathe out, bend left. Breathe in, come to center. All these neck exercises can be repeated as much as you can, but minimum of 3 to 5 rounds. Breathe in, breathe out. Now rotate your neck slowly in one direction for 3 times and then in the opposite direction for 3 rounds. Neck rotation should always be done slowly. Doing it fast might give you a giddy feeling. Now let us proceed for hand exercises. Shoulders, hands, elbows, wrist and fingers. First let us start with shoulder up down. Move the right shoulder up, down. Repeat like this 3 times. Now proceed for the left side. Left side also 3 times shoulder up and down. Now shoulder forward, backward. Move the right shoulder front, back 3 times. Similarly repeat it on the left side. Here you can just do normal breathing. Next for the hands. Now forcibly move your hands. With force, push them away from the body. This can be done in all directions. In each direction, you could do it for 4 to 5 times. Next, let us proceed for wrist exercise. Now, fold the right wrist as shown in the video. Now move the wrist front back, then sideways and rotate it in both directions. Repeat the same movements even with your left wrist. This is very good for people who spend a lot of time in front of computers. Now we finished exercises for the hands. Now let us proceed for doing exercise for the hip area. Separate your legs a little bit and now start rotating your abdomen and your hips together. Remember, in this breathing pattern is in such a way that when you're moving front, then breathe in, and when you're going backwards, then breathe out. Repeat these rotations in both directions. Now let us proceed for the exercises of the legs. Lift up your legs and depending upon your own flexibility, on the first day you might not be able to lift so high, but slowly when you practice, you will be able to raise up your legs. Now legs outward, inward. Throughout these practices, your breathing pattern should just be normal. Now let us proceed for exercises for the ankles. Lift up the right ankle. You can move the ankle up, down, outward, inward and rotation. If you are not able to maintain balance, then please take the support of a wall or the support of a chair. On the first day, do not attempt to raise the leg just by itself. You might fall. Now repeat the same ankle exercises with the left ankle as well. These ankle exercises are most beneficial for people who spend lot of time driving vehicles. Now very good. For the fingers, close the fingers and open the fingers. Close the fingers and open the fingers. Also do light jogging in your place. Now let us try toe standing and heel standing. Stand on your toes and then fall back on your heels. However, you can also take the support of the wall, or you can hold any stable object and continue the practice. This especially helps in strengthening of the calf muscles. All these loosening exercises can be practiced in standing or sitting or while sitting in a chair. Now let us go to the second part of the schedule, which is the stretching exercises. Breathe in, slowly raise your hand parallel to the floor. Breathe out, take it above your head and completely breathing out, pulling the abdomen inside, bend left. Maintain this position for almost 5 counts. You can count it in your head. Now, once you have finished the 5 counts, Slowly breathe in and come back to center. Now completely breathe out and slowly bring your hand down. Repeat the same practice on the left side also. This asana helps in reducing the fat which is accumulated on the sides, which is called love handles, and it also gives a good shape to the waist. Do right side 3 times and left side 3 times. Now take rest for a while if you feel you're running out of breath. Next, let us learn forward bend, which is Padahastasana. This Padahastasana should not be practiced by those who have high BP or have any cardiac related issues or suffering with any lower back issues. Breathe in, slowly raise your hands. Fully breathe in and raise your hands totally up so that the biceps are touching the ears. Now slowly exhale and bend down so that your feet are completely touching the hands. However, if you cannot bend so low, bend as per your convenience. If you can only bend till your knees, bend only till there. Or if you can only bend till the ankles, bend only till there. According to your flexibility, you can bend. Maintain 5 counts. Slowly raise up. Do not get up in a jerk. If you get up in a jerk, you might hurt your lower back. Now slowly get up and slowly breathe out and bring your hands down. This asana especially helps in reducing the fat in the abdominal region. This asana also helps in strengthening the spine and the back as well. The next asana we will be doing is called back bend or Ardha Chakrasana. This asana should also not be practiced by those who have extreme back issues. Now turn towards one side. Give very good support to your lower back with both the hands. Breathe in, breathe out. After completely breathing out, push your abdomen forward so that the back automatically arches. Roll the shoulders back and look up. Maintain this position for 5 count. Bring your head forward, bring your hands forward and move your abdomen back. Now finally we will learn the twist. Separate the legs. Maintain 1 to 1.5 feet gap. Breathe in, raise your hands. Totally breathe out and twist back. Do not bend your knees. The knees should be looking front only. This also you can initially practice slowly, and once your speed is good, then you can actually increase the speed of the twist. While doing the asana, make sure that you are not bending your knees, and when you are bending back, only the upper body should twist back. Do not turn your whole hips to the back. Hips and legs should be facing forward only. Now in this daily schedule, we have completed the second part. Next, let us proceed to the asanas. We will start with standing asanas. The first one is called triangle pose or Trikonasana. This helps a lot in reducing the fat in the sides of the abdomen, and also it strengthens the legs and reduces the fat in the hip area as well as in the thigh areas. As usual, if you've had any surgeries or cardiac issues, please consult your doctor. Come to one side of the yoga mat, breathe in, separate both the legs and raise both hands parallel to the floor. Now turn your right foot. Breathe out, bend side. First initially attempt only to touch your knee. Now slowly, as and when your flexibility increases, you can touch the floor or the ankle, but do not bend forward or bend back. You should be bending to the side. Do not come forward or do not go back. Keep your knee absolutely straight and look up towards the hand which is raised up. Maintain this position for 5 counts and slowly come back to the straight position, and also keep your ankle straight. Bend near your knee and come back straight. Now repeat the same asana on the left hand side as well. Points to remember is do not bend your knee. Bend only towards the side. Make sure that your body is not leaning forward or it is not leaning backwards. And practice the asana very slowly. Do not be in a rush. Very good. Congratulations. You have done Trikonasana. It is good to practice 3 times on each side. The next asana that we are learning is called Twisted Triangle Pose or Parivritta Trikonasana. This helps in reducing the fat in the front of the abdomen, and also the fat in the hips also reduces. Lower backs and shoulders get strengthened, and this is also very good for the neck as well. See how to do the asana. Come to one side of the mat. Spread both the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out and bend half. Fully breathe out and twist the body. If you are not able to do this much of twist, you can do as per your flexibility as well. This is the final position. However, look up completely. You are seeing, right, how the whole body is getting twisted. Maintain 5 counts. Breathe in, come to center and come back to normal position. Now, the same asana can be repeated on the left side as well. Always remember, do the asanas slowly. Feel the stretch in the body. Feel that your muscles are pulling. Feel that your fat is burning. This asana especially helps in reducing the fat in the lower abdominal region and also in the hip areas as well. Let us learn the next asana, Virabhadrasana. It helps again in the reduction of fat, and especially this Virabhadrasana or warrior pose is excellent for strengthening the lower back. Now let us see how to do the warrior pose. Turn towards one side, extend your right leg, turn the right foot 90 degrees, breathe in, raise both hands parallel to the floor and slowly bend your knee. Bend your knee as much as you can. Breathe out, raise both hands above your head and arch back. In the final position, do normal breathing. After maintaining this position for 5 counts, breathe in. Bring both hands parallel to the floor and bend your knee and come back to the initial position. Now let us repeat the same asana in the left hand side. Now turn to the opposite side. Extend the left leg outside. Turn the left foot 90 degrees. Bend on the left knee. Breathe in, raise both hands. Breathe out, arch back, and normal breathing in final position. And maintain this count at least for 5 seconds. Then again come back to normal position. Doing this Virabhadrasana especially is helpful in reducing the fat in the abdominal region. Now let us see the next phase of this daily schedule, which is the sitting asanas. Now in this sitting asanas, we will first learn Janu Sirshasana. Spread your legs as wide as you can. Now take the left hand back, raise the right hand, breathe out and touch the right foot. Lower your head and normal breathing in final position. Breathe in, raise your hand. Now repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Now this depends upon your flexibility. On the first day itself, if you are not able to touch the foot, that is fine. Go as much as you can. But by regular practice, you will be able to touch the foot as well. Now let us see The next variation, take the left hand back and with right hand touch the left foot and look down. Breathe in, raise your hand, repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Try to maintain each position at least for 5 counts, which you can mentally count. Now, this Janu Shirshasana we have seen on either one side. Now let us see doing this asana with both hands. Breathe in, raise your hands, breathe out, touch the left foot. Maintain the position for 5 counts like this. Again breathe in, raise your hands, breathe out, touch the opposite foot. As mentioned before, if on the first day itself you are not able to touch the foot, do not get disheartened. Remember, yoga is a continuous process of improvement. Day in and day in and day in, you will see improvement in yourself, which is the most important thing. Now, how do we relax? We relax in Sitila Dandasana. Just spread your legs in front of you, take your hands back. If you want, roll your hips, do normal breathing and relax yourself. After every asana, it is good to relax in Sitila Dandasana like this for 3 to 4 seconds. You will get the energy to do the next asana. The next asana that we are learning today is called Chakki Chalasana. Remember, in olden days, we used to have chakkis in our house and we used to do all the flour at the home itself using the chakki. So today we will do the same asana. Spread your legs, raise your hands parallel to the floor, form a fist and slowly start rotating. Make sure you have sufficient space behind you so that you can go back easily. One important thing to remember here is do not fold your hands. If you fold your hands, then you will not get the maximum rotation that you want. Without folding your hands, you will see that you will really go back. Breathe out while coming forward. Breathe in while going back. You can do 5 rounds, 10 rounds also. There is no problem. This is especially helpful in reducing the fat in the abdominal area, and this is also good for people who are suffering with constipation, because here you are really rotating the intestines and the abdominal area. Now the next asana that we are learning is Paschimottanasana. Sit like this. Keep your back absolutely straight, legs and feet together. Breathe in, raise both hands above your head. Breathe out, slowly touch your feet. Look down and touch your knees with the forehead. Again, this is actually an advanced pose. So on the first day itself, if you are not able to reach to the final position, no problem at all. Please keep on trying. Again, if you have BP or severe lower back issues, please avoid this asana. Otherwise, this is extremely good for reducing the fat in the upper and lower abdominal regions. This is one of the asana which is good for people trying to lose weight. So now let us again relax in Sitila Dandasana. Now what we will do is we will next learn one of the most important asanas, which is called Vajrasana. The name itself means thunderbolt pose. This thunderbolt pose or Vajrasana has a uniqueness to it, and that is normally all asanas are practiced in empty stomach. However, this one asana must and should be practiced after having your food. The benefits of these asana are innumerable. Hence, practicing this Vajrasana at least for 3 to 4 minutes every day after having lunch and dinner is extremely beneficial. To do this asana, spread your legs right in front of you. Keep your hands next to your hips and slowly sit on your heels. Now, if you have any difficulty in sitting on your heels like this, you can keep a pillow also. You have to place the pillow right below your ankles. Remember, not near the knees, but place it right below the ankle so that you can maintain this position for a longer time. Keep your back absolutely straight. Sit in this position for as long as you can. Come back and definitely relax in Sitala Dandasana. Otherwise, you might experience pain in your knees and in your ankles. However, though this asana looks very simple, for a lot of people to sit like this, it's quite difficult because of knee issues or ankle issues, etc. So do not push yourself to be in this position for 5 minutes like that on the first day. Try it just by doing for a few seconds. Now let us learn Ushtrasana or camel pose. This asana also we will learn in 2 sequences. If you are a beginner, do Ushtrasana by simply sitting in Vajrasana. Take right hand and left hand at the back and gently arch back and look up. Maintain this position at least for 5 seconds and slowly come back to Vajrasana. Be very slow while doing this asana, and because it is a back bend, it is obviously very good for the back. Now we will learn how to do full Ustrasana or full camel pose. Remember that practice the half camel pose first, and only after you have gained sufficient practice, do the full camel pose. For this, sit in Vajrasana, stand up on your knees, take the support of the lower back with both hands and gently bend back. Hold the right heel with right hand and left heel with left hand. Maintain this position for as long as you can and slowly come back and relax in Sitala Dandasana. In all these asanas, it is very important to be very gentle with your body. This camel pose has benefit not only for the back but also for the abdominal region as well. Next, let us learn asanas in the supine position. That is the asanas that we do while lying flat on the mat. Here also make sure that you have sufficient space in all 4 directions so that you are not hitting anything, and also you have sufficient space to move around your arms and legs. The first asana that we'll be learning in this sequence is called Uttana Padasana, or simply raising the legs or leg raising pose. This we will start by doing first with single leg and then with both legs. Now lie down on your back, both legs together, hands by the side of the body. Breathe in and slowly raise the right leg so that the leg is perpendicular to the floor, that is, it is at a 90 degrees to the floor. Breathe out and slowly bring back the right leg. Do not be in a hurry and do not hit your leg to the floor, which is usually done by practitioners. While going up, they go very slow, but while coming down, they come down so fast that the right leg hits the floor with a jerk. Please avoid that and do slowly. Similarly, breathe in, raise the left leg up so that the leg is parallel to the floor. Breathe out and lower the left leg. Here also, make sure that you do it slowly. Another great benefit of doing it slowly is that the slower you do, the more and more abdominal fat gets reduced, because while doing the asana, you will observe that while coming down is actually when there is pressure on the abdomen. Hence, doing it slowly gives you immense benefits. Now let us breathe in, raise both legs up. Now the body should look like a reverse L. Maintain this position for 5 counts and slowly, very slowly bring it down. The slower you bring it down, the more and more benefit will be there. You can also bring it down by holding the legs at different angles. 60 degrees angle, 45 degrees, 30 degrees, 10 degrees, 5 degrees, and then on the floor. Bringing it down in this angular way increases the pressure on the abdomen, hence more and more abdominal fat gets burnt. However, on the first day itself, to maintain this angular position might be difficult, so don't worry. it will come by practice. So on the first day, you can just practice bringing it down slowly. Now relax in Shavasana, that is, spread both the legs. Leave your hands loose by the side of the body. Turn your head towards one direction and breathe in and breathe out. Now the next asana that we will be learning in this sequence is Pavanamuktasana. The benefits of this Pavanamuktasana are so many that you will simply love this asana. This asana is especially good for people who have digestive issues like gas formation, indigestion, constipation, and not to mention it also reduces the abdominal fat. To do this asana, lie down on the floor. Now slowly raise the right leg and hold the right knee with both the hands. Touch the right knee to the chest. Raise the head. If you can, raise the right leg, the opposite leg, at 45 degrees to the floor and start rotating it. This works like a miracle in reducing the abdominal fat. Slowly lower the left leg, release the head and release the right leg. Now, this asana sequence where we showed here that you are raising the other leg and rotating is advanced. So on the first day itself you might not try this. So on the first day you can just try to hold the both knees with the hands and raise the head. As and when your practice increases, you can slowly start to raise the opposite leg 45 degrees and do its rotation. But doing regular practice of Pavanamuktasana definitely helps in releasing gas, acidity, and also cures constipation. After doing this asana, as usual, relax in Savasana. Now let us do Pavanamuktasana with both the legs. Here, fold both the knees and hold the knees with your hands. Raise your head and maintain this position for as long as you can. Breathe out, lower the head, release the legs and release the hands. Doing it with both legs also helps in releasing the gas. So while doing this asana, if you experience gas release, please do not hold it, because certain practitioners feel a bit awkward and they try to hold the gas. If the gas is getting released, let it just go and you will feel very, very light after doing this asana. Now relax nicely in Savasana position. Now let us learn Naukasana. For doing Naukasana, which is an advanced position, please make sure that you are not having any lower back issues. If you have lower back issues, then there will be severe pain while doing this. So those practitioners can avoid this asana. Now slowly breathe in, raise both legs 45 degrees to the floor, maintain this position and come back. Now for the advanced position, raise both legs 45 degrees to the floor and also raise the head and the spine also 45 degrees to the floor. So your whole body looks like a V. Now relax nicely in Shavasana, and if you want, you can also start rolling on your back. Now we will learn a very, very nice posture which is called Marjali Asana, or they are also famously called as cat-cow poses. For these cat-cow poses, stand on your knees and make sure that you have one elbow gap between both the knees. Similarly, take a one elbow gap in front of your knees and make sure that your hands are straight, so your whole body looks like two squares. The right foot must be right behind the right hip, left foot right behind left hip. Now breathe out, look down, pull the abdomen inside and raise the spine. Breathe in, look up, bloat up the abdomen. Breathe out, look down, pull the abdomen inside. Breathe in, look up and bloat up the abdomen. Make sure that you are pulling the abdomen inside while breathing out and bloating the abdomen while breathing in. Now the second position, raise the right leg parallel to the floor and maintain like this as long as you can. Again breathe in. Now raise the left leg parallel to the floor and maintain this position as long as you can. Now for the third position, raise the right leg and start moving it up and down, up and down. And while doing this, you will observe that there is a beautiful pressure on the back, that is the hip area. Hence it greatly helps in reducing the hip fat and gives a nice structure and tone to the body. Repeat the same on the left side. Come back to Vajrasana. Relax in Vajrasana as well. Makarasana, which is the default relaxing position. Here, lie down on your abdomen, spread your legs as wide as you can so that the heels are touching the floor. Cross your hands and you can relax by putting your head either on the right cheek or on the left cheek or on the chin. Now the first asana that we will be learning here is called Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. We will learn in sequence. First learn by doing only this much, that is by raising your head and chest only. Breathe out, touch your forehead to the floor. Breathe in, raise a little bit more where you are raising the upper abdomen as well and look up. Breathe out, touch the floor. Now let us learn the next level where we raise the whole upper torso so that both the hands are absolutely straight. Breathe in final position. Slowly come down, touch the chin to the floor and relax in Makarasana. So in the first step, we are just raising the chin and the chest. The second step, we are raising a little bit higher. In the third step, we are finally raising till the abdomen. Now let us learn Salabhasana or locust pose. This also we will start in 3 steps. Keep the right hand below the right thigh, left hand below the left thigh, and breathe in. Raise the right leg without bending near the knee. Maintain this position. Now raise the left leg without bending near the knee. Maintain for 5 seconds. Remember to continuously breathe. Do not hold your breath. Now breathe in and raise both legs and raise them as high as you can without bending near the knee. Maintain the position and finally relax. So this asanas can be repeated 3 to 5 times. Now let us learn Dhanurasana or bow pose. For this, hold the right heel with right hand, left heel with left hand, and slowly raise your head and chest, and if you can, pull the knees up so that the knees are in the air. Maintain this position for as long as you can. This is especially helpful for kidneys, and if you can also swing the body like this. This asana is especially beneficial for reducing the fat in the abdominal region and also in the hip area, thigh area, and it is very, very good for kidneys. Now relax. Now slowly sit down. Very good. You have completed the third sequence of this yoga session, which is the asana sequence. Now let us proceed to the fourth sequence, which is pranayama. Now if you do not have sufficient time to do all the pranayamas, at least do 1 or 2 pranayamas every day. Now let us learn how to do the pranayamas. Now the first pranayama that we will be learning in this class today is Kapalabhati pranayama. This pranayama can be done while sitting in the chair also, but make sure that your back and neck are absolutely straight. You can adopt Jnana Mudra, that is touch the thumb and the index finger. Now to do Kapalabhati pranayama, all you have to do is you have to forcefully exhale while flapping the abdomen inside. However, a caution, people with BP, cardiac problems, women in menstruation and pregnant women should not practice Kapalabhati pranayama. Close your eyes, breathe out and start flapping your abdomen. Initially when you start, you can start by doing 10 flappings like this and slowly increase to 10 flappings, 20 flappings like that, and go to a maximum of 100 to 120 flappings. Between every 10 flappings, take a break. So you do 10 flappings, take a break, again do 10 flappings, take a break. So like this you can go a maximum up to 100 to 120. The next pranayama that we will be learning today is called Anuloma Viloma pranayama, or this pranayama is also called alternate nostril pranayama. For this, adopt Nasika Mudra. In Nasika Mudra, we will touch the tip of the index finger and the middle finger to the base of the thumb, and this is called Nasika Mudra. Now while closing of the nostrils, do not push your nose. You have to just close the opening of the nostril, that's it. You do not have to push the nose. Now close the right nostril with thumb, exhale with left, inhale with left. Now close the left nostril with the ring finger, exhale with right, inhale with right. Doing like this constitutes of 1 round. Like this you can go up to 9 rounds, 27 rounds or up to 15 minutes. So let us start the practice. Close the right nostril with the thumb, exhale left, inhale left. Close the left nostril with ring finger, exhale right, inhale right. Close the right, exhale left, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right, inhale right. You can do this continuously up to 15 minutes. It immensely relaxes you and also maintains a very beautiful equilibrium of the heat and cold energies inside the body. This is extremely good for those seeking to practice meditation. It is a very good starter for meditative practices as well. So this Anuloma Viloma pranayama can be practiced while sitting on the floor or sitting on the chair as well. Now let us learn Bhramari pranayama or humming pranayama. This is a sound based pranayama. To do this pranayama, you can either keep your hands in Jnana Mudra or you can put it in such a way that you are closing the flap of the ear. Never ever put your fingers inside the ear. You might hurt the eardrum. So you just have to close the flap. Or you can do in Shanmukha Mudra. That is by placing the 4 fingers, spreading them across the face. This is with regards to hands. Now how to do the pranayama? To do the pranayama, close your lips, roll the tongue inside so that the tip of the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. This pranayama especially is very good for heart as it produces a beautiful rhythm. So let us see. Keep the index finger, the middle finger, ring finger and the little finger on either side of the cheek. Roll the tongue inside, breathe in and start producing na sound, nakara sound, that is from the base of the throat. Again breathe in, produce the N sound, Do this sound for as long as you can. Again, breathe in. Produce the N sound. Like this, you can do up to 5 repetitions. Release the mudra. You will experience beautiful vibrations. So right after doing the pranayama, try to sense those vibrations. Especially in the head region, you will experience subtle vibrations. Enjoy those vibrations. Enjoy this stage of absolute calmness. Keep your eyes closed. Concentrate between the eyebrow center. Look at the eyebrow center in your mind. A divine white light is shining in the forehead between the eyebrows. Focus your attention on this divine light of energy on the forehead. Repeat these affirmations. I am very peaceful. I am very peaceful. I am very peaceful. My life is blissful. My life is blissful. I am always smiling. I am always smiling. My mind and body are very strong. My mind and body are very strong. I have a pure heart and a pure intellect. I have a pure heart and a pure intellect. I have positive feelings for myself and for others as well. Repeat these positive thoughts as much as you can while focusing on the divine light shining in between the eyebrows. Maintain this positive feeling as long as you can, and you will be able to enjoy this beautiful meditative experience. Be in this position, in this absolute calmness as much as you can, and let us end this session with closing prayer. Come back to Namaskara Mudra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Rub both your hands, form a cup, close your eyes and place this cup on both the eyes. Do not press your eyes. Just feel that heat on your eyes. Repeat like this for 3 times. Next, slowly open your eyes. Thank you, dear friends, for participating in this journey with us. Do this complete yoga session at least for minimum of 3 to max of 5 days per week. And you will see that you have become very light, your mind has become very sharp, you have lost unnecessary weight in the mind as well as in the body. We sincerely hope that you will take full benefit of this yoga session. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Hope to see you again soon. Om Shanti.